she's right there.
That was great, and this is Brendi. Brendi Wilmore. That's right, and she's in 3rd grade.
The Honest Woodman, adapted from Amelie Poulsen. This story is retold from a poem by Jean de La Fontaine, who, like Aesop, was a master of the fable. Once upon a time, out in the green, silent woods near a rushing river that foamed and sparkled as it hurried along, there lived a poor woodcutter who worked hard to make a living for his family. Every day, he trudged into the woods with a strong, sharp axe over his shoulder. He always whistled happily as he went, because he was thinking, as long as he had his health and his axe, he could earn enough to buy all the bread his family needed. One day, he was cutting a large oak tree near the riverside. The tips flew fast and it was shook. The sound of the ringing axe echoed through the forest so clearly, you might have thought as if woodchoppers were at work that day. By and by, the woman thought he would rest a while, so he leaned his axe against the tree and turned to sit down. But he tripped over an old log, and before he could catch it, his axe slid down the bank and into the river. The poor woodman gazed into the stream trying to see the bottom, but it was far too deep there. The river flowed over the lost treasure just as merrily as before. "What will I do?" the woodman cried. "I've lost my axe. How will I feed my children now?" Just as he finished speaking, up from the lake rose a beautiful lady. She was the water fairy of the river and came to the surface when she heard his sad voice. "What is your sorrow?" she asked kindly. The woman told her about his trouble. At once she sank beneath the surface and reappeared in a moment with an axe made of silver. "Is this the axe you lost?" she asked. The woman thought of all the fine things he could buy for his children with that silver, but the axe wasn't his, so he shook his head and replied, "My axe was only made out of steel." The water fairy laid the silver axe on the bank and sank into the river again. In a moment she rose and showed the woman another axe. "Perhaps this one is yours?" she asked. The woman looked. "Oh no," he replied. "This one is made of gold. It's worth many times more than mine." The water fairy laid the golden axe on the bank. Once again she sank. Up she rose. This time she held the missing axe. "That is mine!" the woman cried. "That is surely my old axe." "It is yours," said the water fairy, "and so are these other two now. They are gifts from the river because you have told the truth." And that evening, the woman trudged home with all 3 axes on his shoulder, whistling happily as he thought of all the good things they would bring for his family. The Honest Woodman, adapted from Amelie Poulsen.
And once again, she got it out. She needs to slow it down just a little.